a system of three linear equations like this. Let us consider a system of three linear equations. Number one, a1x plus b1y plus c1 z is equal to d1. This is equation number one. Next, a2x plus b2y plus c2z is equal to d2, number 2. And number 3, a3x plus b3y, this is x, plus c3z is equal to d3, and this is equation number 3. Now, the students who are acquainted with the principles of determinant will be able to easily solve to find out the values of x, the value of y, and the value of z with the help of this particular rule, Cramer's rule. And this rule is essential for solving the problems related to Kirchhoff's law in electrical circuit. In case of electrical circuit analysis, there are so many rules, and one of the fundamental rules is Kirchhoff's law or Kirchhoff's laws, Kirchhoff's KCL and KVL. And before discussing about KCL and KVL given by Kirchhoff, we have to go through Cramer's rule, and this rule will help you to solve the problems of higher order excellently. Now let us consider, we have already considered three sets of equations, a system of three linear equations like a1x, b1y, c1z is equal to d1, a2x plus b2y plus c2z is equal to d2, and a3x plus b3y plus c3z is equal to d3. These three equations are independent to each other. Okay. Now we are framing three sets of equations. And let us say, actually the original proof of this rule is not the matter of discussion in a physics class. It is a subject matter of pure mathematics. And as the students are eager to know about the Cramer's rule, and they have responded and they requested to discuss the law, so I am discussing about the fundamental principles of Cramer's rules. Okay. Now, suppose D is equal to, D is a determinant, and D is equal to, here, in a form of determinant, A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, and C3. So this line is straight line actually. This should be straight line. And we are defining another determinant D1 like this. This is D1. It is responding after a certain time. D1 is equal to this D1 and this D1 are different to each other. D1, D2, D3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, and C3. Notice here, only this column A1, A2, A3 has been replaced by D1, D2, D3, and the other columns are as it is. Similarly, we are defining another determinant D2 is equal to A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. And D3 is like this. D3 is equal to, notice here, the second column has been replaced by D1, D2, D3. In case of first D1, first to remember this, for D1 this is 1, for D2 this is 2, and for D3 your intuition says this is number 3. So this is 1, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, and in place of C1, C2, C3 it is D1, D2, D3. D1, D2. Now it can be proved. Actually, I am shortening my class. Just I am saying it can be proved. X is equal to D1 by D. Similarly, Y is equal to D2 by D, and Z is equal to D3 by D. So this is the solutions of X, Y, and Z. And these two pages will give you enough information to solve the problems of Kirchhoff's law. Now we shall apply this Cramer's rule to solve algebraic problems at first, and the problems related to algebra are the subject matter of mathematics. But this problem solving skill will help you to solve the problems related to Kirchhoff's law. And in due course, you will see that this particular rule, though this is a fundamental, there are so many rules relating to circuit analysis, and all the rules are not under the purview of higher secondary syllabus, but the Kirchhoff's law and the problems related to Cramer's rule and Kirchhoff's law are under the purview of higher secondary syllabus. That is why you must go through this lecture time and again if you cannot conceive the idea fully in first situation, and be well versed with these notations and the tricks to solve the problems. Okay. Now I am taking an example. Five x minus 7y plus z is equal to 11. Number one equation, 5x minus 7y minus 7y plus z is equal to 11. This is equation number one. And 6x minus 8y minus z. 6x minus 8y minus z is equal to 15. And 3x plus 2y minus 6z is equal to 7. 3x plus 2y minus 6z is equal to 7. This is equation number 3. So from these three sets of equations, we can easily determine the different determinants like this. D is equal to, you are already acquainted with the value of D. D is equal to this takes a certain time to respond. D is equal to 5 minus 7 plus 1. 5, it takes time. So here I am taking this time. So D is equal to, we have here, D is equal to 5, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 3, minus 7, minus 8, minus 7, minus 8, plus 2, 1, minus 1, minus 6. The coefficient of z is equal to plus 1, here minus 1, and is equal to minus 6. And if you can expand this determinant according to the rule of determinant actually, then you will get easily it is equal to 55. Similarly, this particular column will be replaced by 11, 15 and 7 in case of D1. So D1 is equal to 11, 15 and 7, and other columns are as it is, minus 7, minus 8 and plus 2, plus 1, minus 1 and minus 6. And after expansion, you will get it is also 55. Similarly, D2 is equal to, D2 is equal to like this, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 3, 11, 15 and 7, and this is a 1, minus 1 and minus 6. and this will give you the value of the determinant is equal to minus 55. Similarly, D3, actually it is D3, D2. This D2 for clear understanding, this must be clear. And D3 is equal to like this 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, and 3. This is minus 7, minus 8, and 2. And this third column will be replaced by 11, 15, and 7. 11, 15, and this will give you, it is also minus 55. Now we have the answer for x. We know x is equal to d1 by d. So d1 is equal to 55. Once again I am writing the rule. D1 by d is equal to 55 by 55. Is equal to 1. Similarly, x2, or sorry, this is y. X and this is y. Y is equal to d2 by d, and d2 by d is equal to minus 55 by 55. Again 1, and z is equal to d3 by d is equal to minus 55 by 55 is equal to minus 1. So this is minus 1. This is minus 1. So x is equal to plus 1, y is equal to minus 1, and z is equal to minus 1. These are the results. I am just marking this. X is equal to plus 1, y is equal to minus 1, and z is equal to minus 1. Now we can easily put the values of x, y, and z in any of the equations and find out the validity of your result. So this is a very good method to solve three independent equations, and in next class I shall give you more clear idea about Cramer's rule, but you have to remind the just results. X is equal to d by d1, y is equal to d by d2, d1 by d, y is equal to d2 by d, and z is equal to d3 by d, and the values of d, d1, d2, and d3. Okay, so wait for the next class.